give a fuck.
Virus patient who tried to...
He first tried to alert the world to this virus,
Exactly. He did, and he was reprimanded by the police for doing so. He unfortunately, he passed away from the disease.
Is it fair to say that countries that don't have a great human rights record are the ones that are, broadly speaking, trying to project an image that everything is fine?
I think that's correct on yes, to a certain degree. We're seeing top countries such as Venezuela arresting journalists, Russia arresting medics who were raising concerns about personal protective equipment, and Tanzania also closing down newspapers and removing the licenses from journalists. There's definitely these governments and other governments such as Hungary, the Philippines, are all quite keen to use the virus as an opportunity, it would appear, to restrict further than is necessary, because let's be realistic, there are some genuine restrictions that would impact on the human rights that do need to be implemented to protect the whole health of the wider health of the public. But many countries are using this as an opportunity to actually infringe on human rights and to introduce more draconian measures.
Right, and I suppose the question is, when hopefully we have a vaccine for coronavirus and things do go back to relatively normal, which countries, which leaders will continue using those emergency powers rather than rowing back from them?
Well, that's right. We've seen in Hungary, Prime Minister Orban introduced, basically you can rule by decree. It got passed through Parliament, and you can be sentenced for up to 5 years for questioning and some of the actual issues that were listed in that legislation. And this is something that there's no what we would call a sunset clause. There's no opportunity to review that, to actually say, oh, we need this legislation any longer. Can we get rid of these emergency powers? It's not unusual. I mean, the UK actually, when it announced its coronavirus bill, you perhaps remember that there was quite a bit of concern raised that there was no review for 2 years. So eventually they succumbed to pressure and introduced a 6-month sunset clause where the legislation would be reviewed.